Welcome, great patriotic friends, to August 11th on Joe's Daily U.S. History Lesson. I am your host, Joseph DiCristoforo, and I never said that America was perfect. She's got her share of problems, just like any other country. But one of the differences is that over here, we at least have the freedom to talk about it. And that's what we're going to do on this show. This is not a poli-sci class, folks, just history. I run this podcast from the beautiful city of San Diego, California. By the way, if you're looking for real estate investment properties, or if you have any questions about refinancing, check out TeresaLovesRealEstate.com. Then call her at 619-507-4906. That's 619-507-4906. And let's begin the show as we normally do with the Pledge of Allegiance. Let's everybody stand up. Let's face the flags if we have one, and put our right hands over our hearts and begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. America! Very nice. Brings a tear to my eye, it does. And now on to today's program. DJ Kool Herc plays the breakbeat. Parmalee invents the auto sprinkler system. Reagan makes a joke on NPR. Hebel invents the pull chain for lights. And we'll wish a happy birthday to the Green Bay Packers. All right, so now let's do this. 1973. DJ Kool Herc plays a breakbeat at his sister's party, and hip-hop as we know it today is born. While everyone else was listening to disco, Clive Campbell, aka DJ Kool Herc, was on the turntables at parties spinning records from James Brown, Mandrell, and Jimmy Castor Bunch. Herc noticed that people were dancing the most to the funkiest parts of the song that happened at drum breaks. So, Herc used two turntables to play a copy of the same song and segued between them, extending the beat of the song. He called this the merry-go-round, but these days it's called the breakbeat. These parties attracted young dancers, called b-boys, who began the dancing style that would evolve to breakdancing in the 1980s. Grandmaster Flash took this model of hip-hop and perfected the method, but Herc is the one who is credited for creating it. And on August 11th, 1973, at his biggest party yet, using the most powerful sound system yet, the party began a grassroots musical revolution. 1874. Henry Parmalee patents the sprinkler head. Why? Because he needed to protect his piano factory. See, Parmalee wasn't a plumber. He was into pianos. I don't know if he was repairing them, making them, or selling them, but that's a lot of wood we're talking about. And this is how great Americans like Parmalee think. Now, there were other sprinkler heads before this time, but Parmalee is credited for patenting the first automated sprinkler system. 1984.
We are Americans.
We will begin bombing in 5 minutes. That's what President Ronald Reagan said when he was testing his microphone before delivering his weekly Saturday morning radio address on NPR, when he joked, quote, "My fellow Americans, I'm pleased to tell you today that I've signed legislation that will outlaw Russia forever. We will begin bombing in 5 minutes," unquote. It's not like the microphone was on at the time. And Reagan was known for joking before his speeches, but somehow the phrase got leaked out and became a threat to his campaign when the Democratic Party exploited and put presidential hopeful Walter Mondale ahead in the polls for a while. The Russians also didn't think it was very funny and said, "The USSR condemns the unprecedented and hostile attack, blah, blah, blah." Whatever. It was a joke. Get over it. 1896. From Connecticut, Harvey Hubbell patents his electric light bulb socket featuring a pull chain. Why? Because he had several very large warehouses, and he just needed a pull chain to turn the light on. So he patented it. In fact, Hubbell had a total of 45 patents, mostly for this invention. And finally, 1919, the Green Bay Packers are born. Founded by George Calhoun and Curly Lambeau, former high school football rivals named this football team after their sponsor, the Indian Packing Company, from where they got their uniforms. Playing longer in their original city than any team in the NFL, the Packers had had some great seasons over the years, including the Lambeau era, Don Hutson era, the late 1940 and early 50s Wilderness era, Lombardi era, and the glory years of the 60s, and the Brett Favre era from 1992 to 2007. The Packers have won 4 Super Bowl championships, while their bitter rival, the Chicago Bears, have only won 1. The great rivalry between the two teams have been going on since 1921. So that is going to wrap it up, my friends, for August 11th on Joe's Daily U.S. History Lesson. Once again, I'm your host, Joseph DeCristofaro. Check out the website, joesdailyyushistorylesson.com. Let me know what you thought about today's program. For instance, can you teach me how to break dance? You can try, but I really don't have any rhythm, so good luck there. Or what about that Parmalee story? Yeah, how does a guy go from owning a piano factory to inventing the automatic sprinkler system? Because that's what happens here in America. Innovation. That's what I'm talking about. Or what about that Reagan crack on NPR? Was it blown out of proportion? Probably. NFL fans, do you like the Packers? Do you hate them? Why? Why not? Definitely let me know. I want to hear it. And be sure to check out tomorrow's program. I'll talk about Andrew Johnson versus Edwin Stanton, the Viet Cong, Eliphalet Remington, NAFTA, Manuel Lisa, and Sir Mix-a-Lot. So don't miss that. In the meantime, you can catch me on Facebook and Twitter. My Twitter handle is JDUSHL. So until then, thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for being great patriotic Americans. See you then.